Three, two, one, go.
The recording has started.
Greetings, family. Welcome to another one of your Frank 26 UB Tubies. It's good to be with you. It is the 1st of February 2023. Greet you in agape love. Before we do anything, we are KTFalways.com. It stands for Keep the Faith Always in Our Heavenly Father. Will you join me in a prayer for our conference call for tonight? Abba, Heavenly Father, I come to your throne room because of your Son that died on the cross that allows me to be righteous and justified in front of you. I pray for our conference call tonight, God, that you would guide me and help me and help those that are with us tonight, Father. Hear their prayers as they're praying right along with me right now. Thank you, God, for your majesty, for your existence, for your truthfulness, for your Son Jesus. And it is in his name that I pray by the Holy Spirit. Amen. 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 It's good to be with you. Gosh almighty, this is the third phone call we're trying to do our UB2B. People, you cannot do these things. Hold on a second, because I need my phone, and I got to wait till this phone call goes away. Hold on. And I'm ready. Alrighty. Yeah, again, so yeah, welcome. Welcome. It's good to be with you. Our UB2B tonight is entitled The World Pours into Iraq's Reforms. Yeah, we're gonna see all of that tonight. But before we do, our 30-minute infomercial that we do every Wednesday is with our dear brother Bob with Boomer Boost. Bob represents a product that is very, very good for you health wise. It really, really is a great product. I was using it for a while. Unfortunately, I am not at this moment, but I shall when the doctors allow me to go back to my regular regimen. Until then, listen, family, listen to Bob. Listen to his words. Listen to what he tells you about the products, the history, what it does, what it can do, how they produce the product, etc., etc. Without any further delay, let us bring our dear brother Bob from Boomer Boost, and the floor will be his. Bob, are you there, sir?
Yes, I am, Frank. Can you hear me all right?
Oh, perfect, like always. You always have a majestic voice, and you always have good sound quality. The floor is yours for the next, well, whatever you want, up to 30 minutes, but maybe we can leave a 5 minutes and see if there's any questions that people have.
Yeah, sure. And of course, Frank, anytime that you want to chime in, please feel free to make it a dialogue. And I just wanted to welcome everybody also and thank you, Frank, for that beautiful prayer. And amen to that.
Amen.
And this is a presentation about the Boomers Forever Young Nutrition Company. And I am the co-founder and I'm the president of the company. So I do a lot of promotions as part of my role with the company. And being on a prestigious show like this for a half an hour tonight is a great honor for our company. And I started this company 11 years ago with my now business partner, Larry Zodlin. And Larry is a local businessman in St. Petersburg, Florida, where our offices are. And when I moved to Florida, I always decided when I turned 50 years old, I would move to Florida. That was in 2006. And I had been in the healthcare business for a long time, including as a corporate CEO in large healthcare companies. And I was always the person that was known for bringing alternative or complementary medicine technologies, including high-end nutrition, to the Western medicine world and introducing the doctors and other administrators to these things. And when I met Larry, I had actually come to his office to help him with a computer project. I was, in addition to a holistic health therapist, I was an expert in search engine optimization or Google searches. And Larry wanted me to help him with that for one of his businesses that was in the real estate business. He owned beachfront properties. They rented out by the week. And when I came to meet him, he needed help with that computer project, but I also offered to help him with his health because Larry was what the Brits call crumbly. His body was crumbly, and he was, at the time, he was 65 years old, and he was going on 85 years old in his biological age. He was 50 pounds overweight. He was on 11 medications. He just had 2 surgeries. He was scheduled for 2 more. And I say, Larry, I've been a holistic health therapist and a nutritionist for a long time. If you'd like, I'll help you with this. Maybe we can avoid those surgeries and get you off your meds. And so he agreed, and I started helping him. And it didn't take very long, just, because I was also teaching him some habit modification techniques and stress management techniques, as well as helping him with his nutrition, exercise, and he started to improve very quickly. And after a few months, he had lost like 25 pounds. He had tripled his strength working out at the gym, and he was off a bunch of his medications. And after 6 months' time, he was off all of his medications, had lost all 50 pounds that he needed to lose. We did cancel both of his other surgeries. And recently, Frank, when Larry went for a new life insurance policy, they do all types of biomarkers to see when they think you're going to die. And life insurance companies can predict within about 3 months' time when you will die. And when we sent Larry for all the testing, they came back and they said to his agent, this is really great. We really like to thank you because this is the healthiest patient you've ever sent to us. He gets superior preferred life insurance, but there's a mistake on the application. It says he was born in 1945, and this looks like a 33-year-old man to us. He had de-aged biologically by about 52 years. And the way that happens, Frank, is human bodies are typically in a state where we are burning ourselves up faster than we can repair ourselves. And humans are like a log that's burning in the fire. Some of us will burn really fast. If you've got some, really dried out poplar in your fireplace and you've got, the flue is wide open and you're hitting it with the bellows, that log might only last for 20 minutes. But if you've got everything under control and it's burning very slowly and you got a nice piece of hickory, it could burn for many hours. And humans are like that. Some humans are burning themselves up really fast and some really slow. Some are repairing themselves very efficiently and some not so. But when you use the right strategies, you can dramatically slow your rate of burn and dramatically increase your rate of repair. And you can actually get on top of it. And when they test your biomarkers as to how fast you're aging and what type of condition your cells are in, you can change that by many decades with the new science of holistic nutrition. Many of these things that we'll talk about tonight are discoveries within the past 10 years that are helped to create this type of a miracle. So our team is Larry and me, and also we have 11 employees. So we built the company up over time. We've had over 20,000 customers, and it is a team where we have 5 people on a given day are answering the phones, and we have 3 people in our fulfillment center. We do all of our own mailings, and we have 3 people in the IT department to keep track of the websites, the blogs, the podcasts, the newsletters, and all of our information that we provide for people. And we have 22 different products, Frank. 20 of them are our own products, and 2 of them are products that we sell that are made by a different company, but they're such great products. We went to a lot of effort to negotiate with them to be able to offer those products to our customers, which is a really good thing because they can come for a one-stop shop to our website, and they can get 22 different products. And the way that it's structured is based on what's called the supplement pyramid. So there's a book called The Supplement Pyramid. It was written by the chief medical doctor of the Life Extension Foundation, which is the most prolific institution in terms of research in anti-aging. And we learned quite a bit from them going all the way back to the 1980s. And we've learned quite a bit from the other leaders in the world in the field of high-end nutrition and anti-aging, a few of which are personal friends of mine that I knew for a long time, going back to when I worked as a CEO in the medical world. And so when we look at the supplement pyramid, we say, okay, we know the bottom part is the base, and that's what we call comprehensive or fundamental nutrition. And every human needs the same types of bioactive compounds in order for us to work properly. Our DNA is very similar from person to person, and our DNA is coded for making right around 100,000 different proteins. And that's what gives life to the physical part of our body. And we still don't know why a heart beats. It's a mystery of God, why we actually are alive and why our heart is beating. But we do know how our DNA works that God gave us, and we do know that it makes these 100,000 different proteins by the trillions every day. And we know that that's the basis of human life from that biophysical standpoint. And so the way that we provide this comprehensive nutrition at the base of the pyramid is we piece together 5 different products. 3 of them are powders, which contain many, many different bioactive compounds, a total of about 4,000 in those 3 powders. And then we give people extra vitamin D and extra fish oil. And there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you about in a minute. And as comprehensive nutrition, it provides amino acids plus metabolic enzymes, which is what's needed to make all those proteins. You have to have amino acids, which are the building blocks, and the metabolic enzymes act as the glue that puts them together. There's also all the vitamins and minerals, and then there's specialty nutrients that we know people need for making energy, like coenzyme Q10. We also know that we have to have compounds in there like phosphatidylcholine, which helps to get the fat out of your liver and burned as fuel. It helps with your metabolism that way, and also helps prevent a very common disease, which is fatty liver disease. We also have a huge number of antioxidants, because we talked about that rate of burn, where people burn themselves up faster, then they can repair themselves. And so what we do is we slow that rate of burn by a factor of at least 10. So if you were to get a blood test that was to tell you how fast your body is burning itself up, you're going to get a number. And the average number is a 3 on the test called C-reactive protein. And if you're at a 3, what that means is if you never get sick, which is highly unlikely if you're at a 3, you probably are going to get sick. But even if you never did, you'd probably live to be about 85 years old, the median maximum lifespan, right? And so what our comprehensive nutrition does, one of the many things, is it reduces that C-reactive protein number by at least a factor of 10. We've had some people that went down by a factor of 30. So if your number is a 3, it's going to go down to somewhere between 0.3 and 0.1, which means you have reduced the speed at which your body is burning itself up by 10 times. This is a huge, huge breakthrough in the world of anti-aging nutrition. And the compounds that do that are very powerful and sophisticated bioactive compounds, including superoxide dismutase and trimethylglycine and glutathione. These are the compounds you need to make that happen. Right? There's also a very unique probiotic that is in that total health system. That's the comprehensive nutrition. And so if you make your way to our site and you're interested in this comprehensive nutrition, it's called the Total Health System. And one of the things that's in it is a totally and completely unique probiotic product that's only made in one place in the world, and it's only made for us. We're the only distributor of it. And we designed it to make sure that it would work even for people that do not have a colon. And so people, quite often, for whatever reason it is, cancer, diverticulitis, injury, have to have their colon removed, which is devastating because our bodies, our human bodies, have about 70 trillion human cells, but we have 10 times that many cells that are bacteria and viruses and funguses and the like. And so we're actually, by cell count, we're about 1/10 human and 90% other. And so we have to pay close attention to that other. And we designed a probiotic that works even for people that don't have a colon, where the vast majority of your good bacteria reside. We also have that extra vitamin D, Frank, because we need to customize that. Some people are in the sun a lot, some people aren't. And so some people need more than others. And with fish oil, which is essential for the health of your brain and your heart, it makes powders taste bad. So it's difficult to put enough in. So we put them in pills on the side. So what people do is they take their shaker bottle, which comes with the kit. They put a scoop of each of the 3 powders in, shake it up in the shaker bottle with water, and wash down 4 pills, 2 fatty acid pills, and usually 2 vitamin D pills as well. Sometimes maybe only 1 if you're a person that's in the sun or if you're really small. And now you have all the basic building blocks of human life that you've now taken first thing in the morning. And this is a huge breakthrough. The Life Extension Foundation went to a lot of work to design the supplement pyramid and give people advice. One of the things they did not do was put together a total health system that you can purchase to cover all of those things that they talk about in their books and their articles. And we were the company that took all of this research. I'm talking about going back over 30 years when I first started working on this type of thing. And we were the company that created a total health system that even far surpasses the information that's in the supplement pyramid book. We believe that there are other essential things that they did not cover in there, and we made sure that they were in that total health system. And what happens, Frank, when people take this, first off, their body detoxifies. Human beings are very susceptible to toxins. Our bodies are mostly water. We're very gelatinous, and we absorb toxins very easily through our skin and through our food and our water and our breath, and toxins are all around us and you can't avoid them. And so there are compounds in this total health system that will detoxify you. And it works so well, Frank, that you have to take one of the products in a very, very minute amount at the beginning. It's called Gladiator Barley, and it's a superfood that's about 400 times stronger than regular green drinks that you would get that might have, certain wheatgrass, barley grass, spirulina, things like that. This is so much stronger because of the sprouting process we put it through. You have to be very careful when you first start using it that you don't detox too fast. Detoxing too fast is uncomfortable, and there's no need for it. We send you instructions that says, here's the scoop, and start by doing this for the first week, then this for the second week, and you can ease into it. And so that's the first thing that starts to happen. But sometimes right on day one, and I just had this happen again, Frank, a few days ago, I was at a television studio being interviewed on health and wellness and nutrition. And one of the men who was the head cameraman took some of our products that I had brought for them to have there available to show on this television show. And he told me in the afternoon, he goes, man, I really got a lot of energy from that drink. And yeah. So he's like, I got a lot of energy from that drink, and I'm usually tired in the afternoon. He goes, right now, I feel great. He's like, what is that stuff? I was like, just keep shooting with the camera. When we get done, you'll know everything you'll need to know. And he's still taking it now, of course. But this product also helps dramatically with people's circulation. It's great to have super nutrients in your blood plasma, but if you can't circulate it where it can get into your cells, it doesn't do much good. But there are numerous compounds in this total health system that help your circulation, and you also have to pay attention to your absorption of nutrients. As people get older, they don't absorb nutrition very well, and we have a way to fix that. The compounds that are in the total health system will cleanse your small intestine, where you absorb most of your nutrients, and help to revitalize the villi, the little hairs that people have in their small intestine for absorbing nutrients. This is a huge thing, Frank. Most people that are my age, 66 years old, they're only absorbing maybe 15 to 20% of the nutrients that arrive in their small intestine. When you use this total health system, that changes. It goes up into the 90s, and you begin absorbing nutrients really well, and you start to get a lot of energy, and you also find that you are eating a lot less food. Because when people get well nourished for the first time in their life, which is almost everyone that uses this health system, or for the first time well nourished, they realize that they can't eat as much food. They're getting full a lot faster when they're eating their meals. And with the price of food these days, a lot of our people eat 1/3 to 1/2 as much food as they used to once their body is well nourished. And so this is a great benefit because our total health system is not expensive, Frank. People would say, well, Mike, with all of that, how could we possibly afford it, right? Well, God's been good to us and has helped us and guided us to make sure that we were able to put it together in a way and work with our suppliers to get the prices down so that we can provide this product in a very inexpensive way. And another thing to know, Frank, is that in the other part of the supplement pyramid, in the middle part, the next part from the bottom, is what we call customization or individualization. And people can take the total health system, but there are certain things that they might be having trouble with, like sleep, like their immune system is down, maybe they're going through menopause, maybe they need extra help for their brain, they've been forgetful, and maybe they need extra help with digestion. And we know what these common problems are for people as they begin to get older. And we have the top of the line products for those issues that I just mentioned. Our sleep product was custom designed by us using very high level research from sleep-wake disorder centers, and we're the only company that we're aware of that makes a sleep aid like ours, and it works about 95% of the time, Frank. The average sleep aid works half the time. Ours works almost every time. We have hundreds upon hundreds of testimonials of the many thousands that we have are about our sleep product. Like also, for people going through menopause, this is a great individual custom product made from the hull of flax seeds. And the bioactive compounds that are in that hull are called lignans, Lignans. It's 27 different known lignans. All of them are in that flaxseed, and we grind those hulls up into a fine powder. They dissolve in water, and people can drink this, and particularly for women, it helps with menopause, whether you're premenopausal, in the middle of it, or getting towards the end. This helps dramatically. Helps for many, many other things as well. And what I wanted to say, Frank, is that the types of people that get in touch with us have had problems with heart disease, cancer, strokes, diabetes, Alzheimer's disease, almost all of which is being caused by people being malnourished and having excessively high inflammation. And that's the general problem in the Western world, is people tend to be overweight or obese, 60% of the people. And because of the toxins in their diet, they tend to have very high inflammation. And that's why the people have trouble as they get older. And so the people that come to us, we help them. If they've had a heart attack, we help people recover afterwards and rebuild themselves. With cancer, people can use our products to keep their muscle weight going while they're going through treatments. People that can recover from strokes in ways that they never thought possible. And we have many, many, many testimonials from people with diabetes who all of their symptoms have gone away. They no longer have peripheral neuropathy. Their kidney problems disappear. And when you get your inflammation down, that's what happens. You rebuild your body. And people with diabetes have unusually high inflammation. And also people with Alzheimer's disease or other dementias. Quite often, it's related to poor circulation in your brain. It's related to inflammation. And in some cases, it's related to a film in your brain that is part fungus and part bacteria. And one of the detoxification things that occurs when people use our health system is the funguses, the molds, come out of your body. And sometimes it comes right out through your skin. Sometimes it's black mold. And believe it or not, there are now nutritional products that will extract all of that mold right out of your body through your excretory systems. And people want to give us a call, that would be great. Frank, we have 5 people picking up the phones on a given day, and we have experts in many, many different areas. Some of our employees have been doing this kind of work for many years. We have 2 men that work for us that are 86 years old. One of them works full-time, the other works 3 days a week. We have 3 women who are in their 60s and 70s. And that's who's answering the phone for us. And I'll give out the phone number if you want, Frank, the 800 number.
Yes. Hey, by the way, remember when you said that, we can live up to 85 years old, with the... Well, that gentleman is 86. He's breaking your records. The Boomer Boost has given him a lot of strength at that age. That's impressive.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and Frank, he's going to be 86. He's been using our product for many years. 85 is the median maximum lifespan for people whose C-reactive protein is a 3, right? Which is the average person. Right. The main reason people only live to be about 85 is because of their inflammation. Well, I can tell you that Gene and Jim, the 2 men that work for us, their C-reactive protein is below 0.5. And they are not aging. They look exactly the way that they did when we met them many years ago.
I guess it's working on me, too, because I'm still ugly.
Yeah. That's terrible, Frank.
Yeah,
we don't think that. It's just your voice, right? Your voice, and you're like, well, turn down the sound, turn on the volume. I was laughing so hard when you said that. That was great.
Go ahead and give the information. I'm going to hold it up. I already did, and I'm going to hold it up again. But go ahead and give the phone, everything, 727. Go right ahead.
Yeah. So we have an 800 number also, Frank, 800-861-4609, or you can call us right on our 727 number also, 443-2500. You can come visit us in St. Petersburg on Central Avenue, 5401 Central. Call ahead, make sure that I'm going to be there. I'd be delighted to welcome you. And if you go to ktfalways.com and scroll down a little bit towards the bottom of the homepage, you'll see a banner that says "Feel Great," and there's a woman jumping in the air with her arms outstretched. And click on that, and it'll bring you right over to our site. And go to the products and health systems. Click on that total health system. You got any questions, give us a call. We'll walk you through it, and we'll be there for you for as long as you need for many years. We have people, including medical doctors, who have been using our products for over 10 years, and they stay in touch with us on a monthly basis, and we call and check up on them and make sure that everybody's okay.
Bob, I tell you, last night I was listening to the news on Fox Channel, and it really caught me by surprise. The gentleman said, and I'm awfully sorry, but I think anybody can Google this because it was just on last night. I don't remember the agency, but some medical group came out and said people should not be eating food from the store. They should not eat their donuts. They should not put cream in their coffee. They should not put that TV dinner in the microwave. They should not. No, people. If you eat processed food, you'll die somewhere in your 60s. And I thought to myself, yeah, I know, I know. I hit 60 and all of a sudden my body broke down because of all the garbage that I've been eating, thinking it was good for me. Thank goodness I was taking supplementation that was keeping me going. But now I find myself in a completely different world. I breathe better, I sleep better, I eat, I talk, I think, I do everything better. They took 5 parts out of me because of the cancer, but it could have been my whole life, but it wasn't. And I'm simply saying that I was taking Boomer Boost. I was on Gladiator 2. I noticed how Shang posted, and she says, "Oh yeah, I love that Gladiator barley." Also, Walter Lindstrom also came in and posted and said, "I love the Gladiator barley stuff too." Yeah, I look forward to going back on it myself because, family, like Bob was saying, there are, we have DNA that creates amino acids that basically is the building blocks of who we are, of what we are for that matter. And one of the things, Bob, that you were talking about is the villi. Villi. It's like Sicily. It's like hair. It's like hair, like your carpet, or for that matter, you ever see a carpet anemone? From the ocean, those little clownfish, Dory and the percula, they're in that anemone, and it's got all that little bumps on it, right? Well, that's what your intestines look like. Your small intestine has a lot of villi. And Bob was telling you that, unfortunately, we don't have good absorption. And that Fox television program last night was trying to tell everybody, be careful what you eat. And here's the moral of the story. Family, if you eat the stuff that you get off the shelves, make your own food. Prepare your own food. Grow your own food if you can organically, or buy it organically. But family, if you eat can you imagine eating at Taco Bell, McDonald's, Wendy's every day of your life? You're not going to make it past your 60s. I came that close to not making it past my 60s. But I praise God that these supplements helped me a lot. And that program last night made a very good, important point. And to finalize what I'm trying to say, the villi in our intestine is what does the absorption of the food that we eat. But unfortunately, one of the biggest problems we have is wheat, flour, bread. It has, what is that called? Glutens. Glutens is your worst enemy. It's your worst enemy because remember what Bob said, we're what, 10% something and 90% something else. He's right. We're not just human beings. We're massive structures of organisms amazing. You should see what's in your eyes. They're called lysosomes. They're amazing little bacteria creatures that keep your eyes clean all the time. We work in symbiotic relationship, but There's something called a candidus. That's a bacteria that loves, it loves glutens. So the candidus in your body, in the intestines, says, hey, look at all the gluten this guy's eating every day of his life. Great. So I'll just multiply. And when it multiplies in your intestine family, it covers the villi. You're down to 10% absorption. That's not good. No wonder you're sickly all the time. No wonder you got pain here and there. No wonder you don't sleep good. Your vision is bad. Whatever it may be. The balance of your body, the homeostasis of your body, it's not there. You're like an old Studebaker. You're backfiring a lot, trying to just get going, but you don't have everything in its proper place. Boomer Boost is a product that will help you with absorptions in your intestines, and we encourage you. Bob encourages you. The news encourages you. Change your diet. Change the way you eat. You are what you eat. That's a fact of life. Think about everything you put in your mouth. Think about what it does inside your body. All I know is that this is a wonderful product. Bob, I'm very proud of you. I thank you for coming. We have Shang. I already told you who said, my goodness, I love this product. The product is barley, but it is picked and it is processed before it germinates, which is before the glutens take over. Isn't that right, Bob?
Yeah, it's during the sprouting process, gluten, along with all the other proteins, get digested in order to get ready to make that blade of grass. And so, gluten is digested by glutenase enzyme. And so there's leftover glutenase in the product, the Gladiator barley product, but there's no gluten. And so even people that are highly gluten sensitive, sometimes when they take this barley, they actually lose their sensitivity. And not meaning that you want to go out and eat a lot of gluten, but it's very helpful if you can lose that sensitivity. So people might say, well, barley, there's gluten in barley. Well, there is in barley grass, but not in sprouts. And in fact, the sprouts are the opposite.
Yes.
The enzyme that breaks up gluten is in the sprouts.
Very good. Well, Bob, I don't see any questions. All I saw was a bunch of compliments to you and thanking you for the education, for the understanding, and if we can be of any help to you, family, once again, let me hold this up. Here's a phone number, the 727 phone number that you see there, 443-2500. And they also have an 800 number, 1-800-8, I think it's 861, is it? Let me see.
Yep.
Yeah, 861-4609. And you can also get a hold of me. My name is Frank. My phone number is 419-283-2552. Bob, I'm really pleased with your product. I love, I love the product and what it does. I appreciate your friendship. I appreciate your knowledge. You've always been a class act, and I thank you for being with us tonight, sir. Any final words?
Thank you so much, and thank you again for that beautiful prayer at the beginning of the night. Set us all up for a very pleasant evening.
Indeed,
so thank
indeed.
you and your lovely wife.
Hey, by the way, you do a broadcast. You do a radio broadcast. How do people? How can they listen to that?
Yeah, so we have a website called Live Forever Young Radio. And they can go to liveforeveryoungradio.com, and we have about 80 different podcasts that we've put up there. And on every topic you can think of, including lots of free information on stress management. It's the highest level new techniques for managing stress that we've learned from top doctors and psychologists, and we teach it in a really simplified way so everybody can use it. And liveforeveryoungradio.com.
All righty. God bless you, Bob. We'll have you back on again, and thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you, Frank. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, That was good information, huh? And I like the way he delivers it. He's a class man, a class act, I should say, and a gentleman. And his product will be a blessing to you. It's already blessing many of you. Thank God for that. The second part of our UB2B tonight is a study of the Iraqi dinar, and we're now walking into that next part. And the title is what? The world pours into Iraq's reforms. If you remember before, we would always say that the world is pouring into Iraq. The world is pouring into Iraq. And I said not at a program raid. The world is pouring into Iraq because they know, in my opinion, what the monetary reform is about to do. They are covered under Article 8. They're not going to get rich. They're not going to go out and buy a bunch of dinars. They're going to invest in Iraq. That's what these countries and companies are doing. And the title of our UB2B is The World Pours into Iraq's Reforms. They never did before, did they? You're seeing millions, billions, trillions of dollars going into Iraq. You're seeing dozens, hundreds, thousands of countries and companies going into Iraq. This is an exodus towards Iraq. For a program raid. This is a busting down of the door to get into Iraq. To lose money? So the title of our UB2B is The World Pours into Iraq's Reforms. Yeah, hoorah, you better believe it. Because they all know what's going on. They all knew that it never was going to happen. Go back last year. Go back 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 50 years ago. Nothing. Ain't nobody doing nothing for Iraq. Iraq is about to be so powerful. Saudi Arabia, Dubai, EAU, they got nothing on what Iraq is about to become. I know you belong to KTFalways.com, don't you? No, of course you do. And because of that, I'm asking you to come. Let's look at these articles. They will add a fire underneath your study. By the way, before I do, I want to thank Melanie Wiggins. Wow. Thank you kindly for your financial contribution. Mike Fullard. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. You're always faithful to us. Walter's like a heartbeat as well, too. Thank you, Walter, for your financial contribution. Another one, Doris. I see your generosity, and I will always remember it. Dr. Thunder, another faithful person. Thank you so much for your financial contribution. If anybody wants to help us in that respect, if you can afford it, if the Holy Spirit guides you in that manner, you find the tabs underneath the chat. Don't think that you have to. I'm not. I'm just saying that if you would like to, I would appreciate it. Thank you kindly. Now, let us get back to the study. And before we do, everything is in my opinion, right? Everything is in my opinion. Yeah, why not? Even the articles are in my opinion because I comment on them. So let's go on in there. We're turning now. Let's see what page it. Oh, gee whiz. I'm sorry. It's page number 125. I'd like for you to turn to final article number 2508. 2508. Now, when we get done with our UB2B, when we get done with our articles, then I'm going to share a little bit about what's happening with our ground troops, with Eddie and our teams, and it's interesting because it's always more than what the articles have. So let's go ahead and turn this around. There you go, Tink. And again, thank you, Melanie. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Walter. Thank you, Doris. Thank you, Dr. T. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is final article number 2508. Urgent. The central bank governor. Oh my goodness, that is urgent. What's up, buddy? We will issue decisions to reduce the dollar and 2 meetings with the American side within 2 days. Now, they said that yesterday. So that means that tomorrow they're going to make a decision. Family, everything I say tonight is strictly in my opinion. I got a strong feeling that tomorrow the CBI is going to be a parrot on steroids. What do I say in blue? In my opinion, the new CBI governor has changed the speed of the monetary reform education, is what I should have ended that with. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Because the agency governor of the Central Bank of Iraq, Ali Alak, revealed that the imminent issuance of decision to reduce the exchange rate of the dollar, which today reached the 1670 dinars in the local markets. That is extremely high, but it's actually 1750 as of this morning. As Al Alak confirmed, that decision will be issued that are sufficient to reduce the exchange rate. Well, that's wonderful, because if you can get 1750 to 1670, if you can get 1670 to 1460, then you can get 1460 to 1-to-1. Find article number 2509. The central bank will soon adopt the merchant's deposit in dinars and recipients of dollars according to the bank's address. Oh, buddy! What did we say when we started, family? What's in the title? The world pours into Iraq's reforms. Why? Well, what do I say in the blue title up on top? Article 8 projects. The economic reform investors. Family, this is a nice article. Yeah, I really do like it. And I enjoy it because it goes into details and explains to you what these people are doing. Hold on. Let me see here. Right there. Now, I'm not going to take the time. You go ahead and read it. Look at it. It's all highlighted. You know the color coordinators. You know what they mean, the levels to look at. But look how it's just in depth. It's in depth, and I appreciate the fact that the central bank is going to tell the citizens of Iraq tomorrow, we got the solution for you. Now, will it be 1460 or will it be something else? Final article. Number 2510, America is offering Iraq to build an electricity system on a global level. What did we talk about on Monday? What did I tell you about Iran? Well, that the United States said, come over here, CBI, come over here, Sudani. Sudani said, nah. What do you mean, no? No! I said, no. What part of no don't you understand, USA? I'm not coming over. We already told you what we're doing. I'll send my finance minister. I'll send the central bank governor. Yeah, I mean, I got no problems with that. What do you want? Well, we have evidence that the electricity money that you allocated to pay your bills of electricity is being sent to private banks inside of Iraq. We know that. You do? Well, you should take care of that. We are. Shoot, you see, we arrested people this week. What are you, blind, USA? What, are you trying to take credit for something that we are doing right now? Oh, no. We just want to tell you, you should take care of this terrorism before you raise the value of your currency. Well, you don't have to tell us anything. We already work with the United States Treasury. Why in the world should we talk to the Federal Reserves? Well, that's a good point, Sudani. Is that why you don't want to waste your time and come to America? You got it. So, what we told you on Monday, you see now 2 days later, the proof of it. What do I say in the blue? The U.S. grid is great. Hey, Iran, someone turned the lights off. Sudani. Final article number 2511. The central bank meets with banks to discuss the dollar crisis. Yeah, and what do I say in blue? The monetary reform marches at a faster cadence. Yes, it does. Read this. Understand that they're moving. Final article number 2512. Chalet. What's up, buddy? Iraq is seeking full membership in the International Financial Action Organization. Not at a program rate, sir. I'm sorry. Not at a program rate. Well, Frank, we have no intentions of staying at a program rate, especially now that we're Article 8. Well, that would be... okay, well, then I'll tell you what, Chalet, let me see the following. I know, Chalet. Don't you love it? Oh, okay. Now, family, flip over to page number 126, and we continue with the articles. And here we go. Final article number, Final article number 2513. With the document, every time they say document, that kind of attracts my attention. Joseph Bearden, once again, thank you for your loyalty and thank you for your financial contribution, Joseph. Final article number 2513 with documents. Okay, I like that. What about it? Al Rapadim stops deducting advance installment manually to transfer them electronically starting from February. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, that's good. Because all those platforms would go to waste if you didn't do that. Huh? Yeah. And by the way, is it true? What? Look at my blue. Revelations tells us about a cashless society. It all started where the four rivers met. It shall end where the four rivers meet. Final article number 2514. Al-Araji, the common goal of Iraq and Iran are to distance the region from any tension. And what do I say in blue? Yeah, right. Good luck, Sudani. We'll pray for you. Because you're never going to get rid of these cockroaches. They'll always be there. You know that. You guys are not political. You're tribal. And because you're tribal, you know that they'll always be there because of the family relationships. You're screwed, Sudani. You'll always have Iran giving you a hard time. But you have improved conditions beyond anything that we thought you could. The repair that you have done is superior. You're a good leader. And a lock? Well, that's why that's why someone told you to bring a lock back. Final article number 2515. By the way, family, did I tell you that everything is in my opinion? Did I forget to mention that everything is in my opinion? Final article number 2515. China calls for the establishment of a free zone with the Arab Gulf countries as soon as possible. Really? How about a no-fly zone over Taiwan, China? Jerks. But I tell you what, you want a free zone with the Arab Gulf countries so that you can have oil shipped over to you as quickly as possible, huh? Okay, what do I say in blue? Wow. Wow. The monetary reform is going to be a blessing for many countries around the world. In fact, here, let me change my blue title. Wow. The monetary reform is not prejudice. Is it, China? Final article number 2516, a new record. Iraq's hard currency reserves amounts to 115 billion. No, you are still, okay, hold on. No, no, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to say how much I'm not going to say what I think you got, but if you think you got 115 trillion dinars in your reserves, okay, all right, whatever, but no, but let's just pretend you do, okay. Now, what do I say in blue? Let me get this straight. You're saying you got $115 billion in currency reserves for the IQD? And it's for a program rate? Well, that would be stupid, wouldn't it? You knucklehead. Read this, family. Read this. Final article number 2517. Hold the dinar. What? Hold the dinar. Wait a minute. Oh, you gotta know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. Hey, Eddie. Yes, sir? How's the protesting going? Yeah, well, you know, it's we're doing our best. I think we got the message across. You think you got the message across to the CBI? Yes, sir. Why do you think that, Eddie? Because we scared the caca out of them. You scared what out of them? We scared them. We scared them good. And we told them, well, show me. Here, look, Mr. Frank. Look. All right, That's nice, Eddie. What you got there? But just watch, just watch. Can you see okay? Tink, can I see okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Maybe I'll go down a little bit here. Here we go. Well, Eddie, that's pretty impressive. I saw you up on the top row there. Yeah, that was me, Mr. Frank. I started the wave. You started the wave? Yeah, well, I waved at you. Okay. So, Eddie, you think that you guys got the message across to the CBI? Yeah, we did. That's a lot of people. Will anybody get killed? No. For real? No. Not even Iran? No. Why do you think Iran didn't cause any problems or burn tires or kill any or whatever? They want the reform too. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Hold the dinar. It is stronger. A new statement from the Sudanese on the dollar crisis? Really? What do I say in blue? Sudani tries to calm the protesters at the CBI, and he was successful. Sudani pledged to the citizens of Iraq at the protesting to return the exchange rate of the dollar to its original price. The Iraqi dinar is the strongest. Are you kidding me? 1460 is the strongest, huh? Just listen to me. The Iraqi dinar is the strongest, and the citizens should not acquire the dollar. Well, what do you mean not acquire the dollar? That's the only thing we can use. It's the only thing with value. Our currency is toilet paper. It's used toilet paper, Sudani, and you know that. Why are you telling me something like this? Just listen. Fine. And citizens should not acquire the dollar, but rather the dinar. No. Yes. Why? We will seek to return the dollar to its price. Final article number 2518. The governor of the Iraq Central Bank reveals the agenda of the upcoming meeting with the U.S. Federal Reserve. Are you kidding me? My goodness gracious. Then this is an important article. What do I say in blue? KTFA family. The governor of the CBI reads to the DC bozos the blueprint of the monetary reform from Dr. Shabibi. In my opinion. What do I know, huh? I don't know anything. Hey, what's up? Well, the upcoming meeting on February the 2nd, tomorrow? Yeah, we already talked about tomorrow. Okay, what about it? Well, that meeting tomorrow is periodic for banks that deal with the U.S. Federal Reserves. And the Central Bank of Iraq is trying to take advantage of the opportunity to raise the dollar problem. I suppose. And this constitutes the incentives for the central bank to move quickly. Yeah, I know. That's why we got a lock. That's why they're a quicker pace. That's why you're seeing a lot of important meetings, and that's why you're going to see what you're going to see tomorrow. U.S. Treasury Department in Istanbul or tomorrow? Yes. Will the CBI be there? Yes. A member of the Finance Committee said that the governor of the central bank informed them that they would visit the United States on February the 8th and 9th to discuss the same issue. But I think they're going tomorrow. Yes. Fascinating. Final article number 2519. Is Sudani, the prime minister, going to be at any of these meetings? No. Fascinating. Final, excuse me, why not? He's dealing with the economic reform. Oh, he's at other countries? Yes. What's the CBI doing then? Dealing with the monetary reform. Oh, that's cool. Final article number 2519. Iraq's candidacy for membership in the Egmont Group of Financial Intelligence Units. Are you kidding me? Well, that would be good. Hey, Sudani, what? This is a good thing, man. You'll be able to have intel. You'll be able to have help. Maybe even from the international police. I mean, my goodness. What do I say in blue? Sudani and the CBI go to war against financial terrorists of the IQD, because this is the meeting that is occurring in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. is not telling Iraq to do anything. Washington, D.C. is pointing at things that Iraq is doing. They already are cleaning up the mess of Iran. They are already bringing the exchange rate back to 1460. They already know when they want to take it from 1460 to 1 and have a float and pair in a basket. They know all these things. So they go to war against any financial terrorists that wish to steal their money again. And this is an amazing group, by the way. You should read this and you'll smile. Final article number 2520. Al-Sudani talks about circumstances that prevent his visit to Washington, D.C. and sends Hussein to discuss the dollar file. I'm sorry. I just have fun when I read these sometimes. What does it say? What do I say in blue? KTFA. Remember? We said Sudani would not go to D.C. I said it just a few minutes ago. But instead, he would send the CBI and the finance minister with a team to D.C. Behold. Behold. Anyways, it's a good article because when they get to this part here, watch. A high-level delegation headed by Foreign Minister Fahd Hussein will visit Washington on February the 7th to discuss more than one file, including fluctuations in the dollar prices. No. What you're trying to say is that they're going to meet tomorrow until the 7th. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. There's a lot to read here, family. There's good ideas of what they're trying to do. I mean, the USA is basically trying to help. The feds they're trying to help Iraq in not to lose any more money, in corruption, in terrorism, of their currency. Now, I got no problems with that. But the United States of America is also looking, please, in my opinion, by the way, in my opinion, please, Iraq, please, Sudani, don't depeg from us, man. Especially since we know what you're about to do with the value of your currency. Please. No. What are you doing, CBI? We're adjusting the exchange rate of our currency against the American dollar. Please, don't do that. No, we're doing it. Okay. Final article number 2521. Al-Sudani. The rise in the dollar prices was not a governmental or parliamentary decision. Yeah, I know. I know it wasn't. What do I say up in blue? For the second day in a row, Sudani tells the citizens, listen to me. And ladies and gentlemen, I say underneath the title, KTFA family, let's listen to the leadership of Iraq. Because it is in depth. Prime Minister Mohammed Shaliat Sudani on Tuesday said that the rise in the dollar prices was not a governmental nor a parliamentary decision. Really? Indicating that the smuggling of currency out of Iraq is a fiat accompli. Ooh, that's French. I didn't know you spoke French, Sudani. Hey, I speak French too. French dressing, French fry, French toast. It's not funny, Sudani? No, it's not funny, Frank. All righty. So what do I say in blue right after that, family? A thing that has already happened or been decided before those affected hear about it, leaving them with no option but to accept it. Now that you know the definition of that French oui word, let's read this again. Prime Minister Mohammed Saleh Sudani said on Tuesday that this rise in the dollar price was not a governmental or parliamentary decision, indicating that the smuggling of the currency out of Iraq, stealing it out of Iraq is a thing that has already happened, or it's been decided on before, and those that affected it, those that heard about it, well, it's leaving them with no options. You got to accept it, sucker. And this has been a chronic problem for years. So fiat accompli is up yours? Yeah, okay, very good. I mean, that's the prime minister of Iraq telling the Iraqi citizens, I got you. You know darn well I got you. And you know very well what we're doing with our currency and our monetary reform. All right? All that nonsense from before, it was just, forget about it. And now we're telling anybody that's messing with us, fiat accompli. You got to do what we tell you because we're in charge. We formed security teams. We did. We formed security teams. The US of A is asking us to come over because they want to help us with security and send troops. No, we formed security teams specialized in every place. Specialized in every place? Borders? Yeah. Your banks? Yeah. The money exchangers? Yeah. Wow. The banks? Yeah. Whether at the ports or at the roads, and we installed sonars. Yeah. I heard about that last week. That was impressive. What for? We installed sonars at the controls to detect money. They are serious about detecting smuggled money. The financial situation of Iraq is at its best. I guess I'm supposed to read in between the lines because 1460 is not your best. We have no worries about rising prices. Well, that's rather bold. And they will be controlled. Well, by a new exchange rate, that's the only way. We will definitely work to return the dollar exchange rate to its official rate. Its official rate is 1-to-1. I call on citizens not to acquire the dollar. The dinar is the strongest. No, wait, no, dude, the dinar is 1460. The dollar is what? Okay, 67 cents or something like that. That's stronger than our dinar. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The changes in the Central Bank and the Trade Bank of Iraq are studied, and a high-ranking delegation headed by the foreign minister will visit Washington on February the 2nd. They're going there tomorrow, family, in my opinion. What do I know? February the 2nd, to discuss more than one file. I know, I told you. Including fluctuations in the dollar prices. Okay. There is an adoption. What? There's an adaptation? There's an oh, shoot, excuse me. Go away. There's an adaptation of traders to the new mechanism regarding the purchase of dollars. Yeah, because we fired all the other ones. We took away their licenses. We closed down their illegal currency places. The delay in the budget has been several reasons. And Frank has already explained them to you over and over and over again. Now, I do not want it like the previous budget. Oh, man. For real, Saddam? You told that to the citizens of Iraq? Yeah, Frank? Shoot. Look, Frank, the budget must be in line with the government program. The budget must be in line with the government program. And I'm sorry, man, a program rate is not in line with the government's program. It's that simple. We have put in place. You did. What'd you do? Well, we'll tell you, but wait, just listen to me. All right. We have put in place real reforms. Because a program rate is not a real reform, Frank. We have put in real reforms in the 2023 budget. Look here. All possibilities are contained in adjusting the dollar exchange rate. What do I say? Family, what they're saying in that sentence is that was the RV phase, recalculate of the monetary reform. We stopped. I know you did, and you went into an RI. We stopped appointments, whether contracts or wages, and even volunteer work in the budget. Corruption. What the heck just happened? I just lost my. Holy cow! I'm sorry, family. Let's see if it'll go back. It went to dashboard. Okay. Where did I leave off? We stopped the point where corruption is truly a pandemic. Corruption is truly a pandemic? I love that. Confronting corruption must be with exceptional and non-traditional measures. Family, I don't know what more we can say to you. I don't know what more I can give you. You see what they're saying. Yeah, you gotta, like hopscotch. You gotta hop your way over to where you threw the rock and where it landed. You may have to hop, you may have to read between the lines, but you can see everything. This is not hard to understand what Soudani is trying to say without saying it. He's telling you that we have an exceptional and non-traditional measures for changing the exchange rate. And a program rate is not exceptional. What do I say in blue? KTF family, read the words carefully. Because a program rate is not exceptional. It's not non-traditional. Measures are not for a program rate. It's all here. Maria. Oh, that's a different way of spelling it. Maria Payales? I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you kindly for your financial contribution. God bless you. And thank you kindly, Soudani. Thank you for this amazing art. I mean, look at this. I hope y'all got an hour tonight that you can take the time to look at final article number 2521 and look at this. I highlighted it for you, Claire and I. As you read it again on your own, you'll sit there and you'll smile. The person next to you will say, "What's the matter? You got gas?" "No, I'm just smiling." Okay. Final article number 2522. America announces investing more than $172 million in Iraq since 2012. What do I say in blue? America protects its investment in the reforms of Iraq. Why? Well, go to the next article. What? Go to the next article. Okay. Final article number 2523. The World Bank is ready to work with Iraq to implement reforms. Oh, Dios mío. To implement reforms. That's why. Final article number 2524. The dollar rise has not gone out of the government's control. And it will stabilize within 2 months, or less. Okay. Final article number 2525. Representatives move in isolation from the presidency of Parliament. Al-Halabousi refuses to discuss the dollar crisis. What? What do I say in blue? Hey, Halabousi. Yeah. You want to be the next to bite the dust? No. Well then, bring up the subject of the dollar crisis. Okay. And that's it. Turn to the camera. Hoorah. Thank you. I've got less than 5 minutes to take. Okay. Okay. Alrighty, family. I wanted to read to you my Fireflies reports, but I'm awfully sorry. I'm being called away. So here's what I'm going to do instead. Instead, I'm just going to read to you today, and I'm going to read it real quick. I'm not going to show it to you because I got to get going here. This is yesterday. This is yesterday. Monday. Buy me more time, family. I'm gonna start with yesterday at 6:42 in the morning. CBI Governor Locke is on television news saying that within the next 2 days, measures will be taken to reduce the dollar exchange rate against our currency, which on the streets right now, Mr. Frank, is reaching 1750. He said in a meeting with the United States of America feds in Turkey, Istanbul, and then another meeting in Washington on March the 9th. We are struggling. You got that? So tomorrow, Istanbul, then on the 9th, we are struggling as this dollar rate keeps going up. We wait to see what the next 2 days bring. We hear nothing about the budget again today. We do have a lock on television news talking about the measures that he's going to apply in 2 days. We hope for relief of some kind. And what he is saying to us is extremely attractive to us, Mr. Frank. He's talking like he's going to give us what we want. Yesterday, 7:59 in the morning. CBI governor also is saying soon banks will improve merchants to receive dinars for deposit. That's the economic reform. For deposit and receive. That's Article 8. For deposit and receive the dollar. We just list on the statement. Also, Alok, I don't know what that means. Also, Alok said CBI meeting today with all banks. Iraq also signing a huge electricity deal with the American company GE. GE states it is the state of the art. They're telling us that we will have new grid systems coming to Iraq. We will have electricity for the whole country, no longer depending on anyone else. Yesterday, 10:27 a.m. Today, we hear from Prime Minister Sudani saying he is concerned about the Fed court decision against the Kurds' share and also the ruling that the oil and gas law was unconstitutional. He said he's trying to stay out of the decision, not to make it political, but this puts pressure on everything to work if oil and gas law is not approved. That is our HCL, Mr. Frank. And the Kurds received their share, and the Kurds are still doing what they do and not paying attention to the ruling anyway. And this is causing friction. Eddie, don't worry about the ruling, I told you. Just forget about them. I told you, don't worry about the ruling against the Kurds. You even told me yesterday that the ruling was canceled, so there will be no problem with the Kurds or the budget, not even with the framework. They are too weak to do anything politically. God, don't call me right now. They are too weak to do anything politically, but they are very strong in their negative voice, aren't they, on anything that Sudani is doing. That's their job, to be stupid. Frank, Eddie said that he thought it was canceled due to the lawsuits, but it looks like they're trying to bring it back up. Don't worry about it. I told you it is canceled because it's never going to go into effect. Frank, Eddie said that we need that oil and gas law because that's our HCL, so that we, the citizens, get our share of the money that is owed to us per our Constitution. And we have not had this money for decades. He's waiting to hear more about it. Neil, tell him don't worry about the HCL. Yesterday, 5:33 p.m., third report. Mr. Frank, Sudani said today he is going to put dollar back to its true rate. So that matches the articles. He's talking to the citizens. He's trying to calm them. He's using words that they are saying, wait a minute, what'd he say? Mr. Frank, Sudani said today he is going to put the dollar back to its true rate. He just said this today. He didn't say when, but he's going to put it to its true value. If he goes back to the true value, maybe we can do the same with our currency. Is that what he's trying to say to us, Mr. Frank? Today, 7:53 a.m. in the morning. I did not answer him. Today's report, today, 7:53 a.m. Today's report, the first report for the day. We hear that the World Bank is ready to help us with implementing the reforms in Iraq today, Mr. Frank. They're talking about the monetary reform. However, there is still a big stink about the Kurds and the Fed's court ruling against them. It's still a stopping point. Kurds are saying that the Fed's court's ruling is all political and under the hate and it's all political and underlies the hatred that the Kurds for the Kurds from Iran back Fed courts. It's getting very personal in this argument. Today, second report, 8:40 in the morning. Sadani still saying that he wants to strengthen our currency, Mr. Frank, on the news. He came out early this morning and he said this is his objective. This is on top of what he is saying yesterday about returning the rate to where it should be. This is encouraging, Mr. Frank. CBI governor met Monday with the CBI governor met Monday with whoever, and he went over extensive plan. He has to control the dollar exchange rate, and he went over the rates and talked about the exchange companies and how corruption must end. He talked about he is working hard on this. My response to this, the two reports from today, this will be the last time I tell you, Eddie, do not pay attention to Iran politicians. They are liars. They are deceivers. They roam earth looking for someone to devour. Don't let that be. Don't let that be you. Don't let that be you. Don't let that be you. Stop it. You are wiser and you are stronger than they are. And as far as the CBI, they are working with Sadani and the United States on the exchange rate. That's why we haven't seen the budget yet, son, because everything waits for the budget. Excuse me, because everything waits for the exchange rate. God bless you, Eddie. Mr. Frank, full court ruling against sending satellite. I don't want to read them. You know what? We're done. All right. 1.1. Did you have a good time? Did you learn a lot? Thank you kindly for those that helped with financial contributions. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to my wife, and it means a lot to those that we help. You helped them. You helped them. See, there's people that are praying. They're asking God for help. God looks for a willing heart. You helped. Look for a willing heart. My wife and I, we help. That's how it works. I love you. I love you. And I'll leave you with this thought. God gave you many talents. You may think you're not talented. You may think you're worthless. You may want to, some people want to just give up. They're saying that this generation, X generation, the number one thing on their minds is suicide. Wow. Way to go, China. Way to go, Biden. Way to go. You guys did a good job. You really messed up our kids. I can't believe it. The Generation X, the number one thought is suicide. Generation X, God gave you talents. Use them for God. If you don't, you lose your testimony. Your testimony is your talents. My testimony is my healing. I love you, KTFA. I love you a lot. In the way that Jesus told me to. You take care of each other, okay? Pray for each other, lift each other, visit each other. And I'll see you on Monday. Actually, you do belong to KTFA.com. I'll see you in there. I think there's going to be an explosion of information tomorrow. We'll have to talk, and I'll give you all the information. And finally, Aki. Well, we call him Aki, number 2. Walking Stick now has the full report. I'm trying to decide if I want it. You know what it has. God bless you all. Take care. Bye-bye. Sweet aloha.
Goodbye.
Oh my goodness! There's no cookies right now because I
No?
got. We're in a hurry here.
Okay.
We gotta go quickly. Bye bye.
Bye.